Welcome to the first video of this multiple-part Futures Trading Accelerator program. My name is Auterman and I've been trading for the last 4 years. Started out trading forex in 2018, switched to stocks and options in 2020, and last year in 2022, switched to futures. I've been through it all, and I believe that futures trading can lead to great prosperity and financial freedom, and I am here to pass on all my knowledge that I have gained in the last 4 years and give it all away to you. My goal is to be the most transparent trader in the trading industry and guide you on the path which I believe is the highest chance that you have at becoming profitable by trading futures. Over the course of this program, I will be getting way more in depth on how to actually trade and everything you need to know. But in today's video, I only want to discuss what it actually takes to become a profitable trader, because it is a massive time investment, and I do not want to fool you into thinking that you can get rich quick in 2 weeks and just make tons of money in such a short amount of time. I want to make you aware of why 90% of traders fail to even see if you want to begin your journey in trading. If you want to trade to get Lambos, Rolexes, all that cool stuff, that's great, you can do that. However, in my opinion, you need to have a way deeper reason of why you're doing this. Trading is a very hard career and only few can succeed in it. I always recommend to have another source of income while you're learning to trade, and even when you are profitable and consistently making money, I think that you should always have either a job or business income backing up your trading profits. There's way less stress, and becoming a full-time trader and only living off of your trading income is very stressful. There's so much stress when you only have trading income, so it's always a good idea to have another source of income so it's not that stressful. So now that that intro is out of the way, I want to actually get into the video and the topics that I want to discuss and questions that I want to ask you, because again, trading is a very hard career, especially to become long-term profitable at. A lot of people can make a little bit of money or a lot of money really quickly in a very short amount of time, but the only thing that matters is being able to withdraw that money and consistently make profits over multiple years, if not decades. So the first mindset shift that you need to have is that trading is a very long road. So the first mindset shift that you need to have is that expect trading to take at least 2 years worth of the time investment to become successful at. Minimum 2 years. Are there some lone wolves that can become successful in 6 months? Sure. But for the average person, most likely minimum 2 years. And think about it like this. If it takes 4 years to get a college degree, why should trading, arguably one of the hardest careers in the world, take less time than that to become successful in? So you need to devote a lot of time, multiple years, into learning how to trade, and I will guide you through that, but you need to be able to devote multiple years. The second mindset shift is how much time are you going to be able to devote to trading? Unfortunately, just 1 hour a day is really not going to cut it. I'd say at least 1 hour of learning per day, and then 2 to 3 hours of screen time, watching the market, how the market moves. In my opinion, you should be studying and learning at least, this is the bare minimum. This is not the maximum, this is the bare minimum. 1 hour a day of learning and 2 to 3 hours a day of screen time, watching the market, how it moves. Screen time, in my opinion, is the best way to learn and to gain market intuition and just to overall see how it moves, see what happens, see why this did this, see why it moved up, see why it moved down, all of that. So in my opinion, again, screen time is the most important thing. So minimum about 3 to 4 hours a day you should be devoting to learning how to trade. Now, a question I want to ask you, are you going to swing trade? Are you going to day trade? Are you going to scalp? What kind of trading are you going to be doing? Swing trading, you don't need to be at the charts. You can put on a position, go to work, do this, do that, and the market will move and it's a good way for people that have a job, don't have a lot of time. It's a good way. It's not as stressful as day trading or scalping, in my opinion, and I think it's great for beginners and people who just don't have a lot of time. Day trading, you'll need to be at the screens every single day from either 9:30 Eastern time to about 10:30 or 11:30, so about 2 hours. So it's great if you work from home or have an off day, or maybe you're just a student and don't have a job, then yes, day trading can be a great way, and that's what I do. I don't really do any swing trading or scalping. So with day trading, you'll need to be at the screens basically every single day for basically at least an hour or two. So if you can't devote an hour or two in the morning to trading, then you should probably look to swing trade, because I know most people watching this will either have a full-time job or be in college and have classes at that time. So it can be tough to trade full-time and to find that time in the day. I know nowadays everyone is busy and it's really, really tough to get that time in the day. However, that's why I recommend starting out with swing trading to even see if this is something that you like. And then the more comfortable you get with trading, then you can start. The next question is, how much capital do you have to start with? In my opinion, I would recommend at least $3,000, and keep in mind that is the bare minimum. If you don't even have $3,000 to put into a trading account, which you should be okay with losing, by the way, this should not be money that you need. This should be money that you're okay with losing. So again, if you don't have $3,000 minimum, I would recommend to either keep working or start a side hustle or business and save that money and just keep saving and working until you have $3,000 saved up. Then you can put it into a trading account. Other than that, I would just not recommend getting into the markets, because there's just not enough capital. Your buying power just is not going to be enough, and you actually want to get compensated for the time that you spend trading and making $20 or $10 in a day. In my opinion, it's just not worth it. You're probably better off just spending that hour at your 9 to 5. Now the next question is, what product, what market do you want to trade in? There's stocks, futures, options, forex, and then there's fixed income bonds, but really the first four is all that retail traders focus on. I only trade stocks and futures. Options and forex I don't really focus on, so if you want to learn those, I think there's other channels that you can check out. However, I believe that stocks and futures, especially futures, is just the best way to become profitable and dip your toes into trading. So yes, by this time, I'm sure A, you probably have a lot of questions, and B, you might be feeling very, very overwhelmed. And yes, that is exactly how I felt at the beginning too. Trading is a very overwhelming industry, especially when you're beginning. There are so many things to trade, so many things to learn, so many different strategies, so many different things. So one thing that I recommend is literally to just focus on one thing at a time. Don't go looking for the craziest, best new strategy. Don't be switching markets every 10 seconds. Just stick with something, grind it out, and if it does not work at all, then you can look to switch into another market or strategy. But again, at the beginning, you need to even figure out if this is even worth doing. And that's why I asked those questions a little while ago, so that you can figure out if it's even worth devoting your time, your precious time, into learning this. And the thing about trading that people might not be aware of is that it takes the exact same amount of time and effort to make $10,000 in a day or even $100,000 in a day. It takes the same amount of time to make that much versus just making $100 or $500 in a day. Trading is one of the most infinitely scalable things that you can do, and really the only difference between making $1,000 in a month and $100,000 in a month is just how many contracts that you trade. And once you start becoming more comfortable with the markets and with your sense, then you can definitely scale up pretty darn quickly and turn your trading from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month in basically a couple months. Now again, that's only when you actually start learning and everything starts paying off. then you can look to scale up. However, remember, this is just the start, and you need to be just learning as much as you can and just focus on the craft. Don't focus on the money, especially when starting out. And again, guys, trading is one of the most lonely and tough things that you will have to do. If you take a big loss, who can you really tell about it? You go tell your friend, oh, that's a scam, everyone loses money in that. Now again, guys, day trading is one of the hardest things to become successful at. It's a very hard and lonely road and takes multiple years of just grinding to be able to become profitable and start making money. However, imagine that you stick it out for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and you start making your weekly paycheck in a day, or 2 times your weekly paycheck in a day. Imagine being on vacation funded by trading profits and looking at your phone, you get a notification. Take profit hit, you just made $5,000 from the trade you put on at the resort that morning. That's the power of trading, guys. So with that, I hope you guys are more informed after watching this video. I hope you guys will be able to make a decision if you want to actually start beginning your trading journey. I will be available for any and all questions. Just DM me on Instagram. You can contact me there. I should be able to get back to you within a couple hours. My handle will be in the description. It's just my name. And now that this intro video is done, let's begin on the actual A to Z of how to start trading and how to become successful in trading futures. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys in the next one.